Hello and thank you for watching. Today we're at the abandoned Trojan nuclear power plant that was decommissioned in Oregon. And what we're going to be doing is replacing our bug out everyday carry bag with a new Highland Tactical bag that we got online. Now as you can see, our original bag isn't that big but has everything we need. Originally it was that nice green color, and being a cheap eBay bag it faded to the really pink purple type hue you see before you now. So it's been through quite a bit of use, but today we're gonna upgrade it, see how much room this Highland Tactical backpack provides, and then do a review on quality. Now the first thing I have are my smokes, of course some matches, always handy to have no matter where you're at. My Wiley X sunglasses, and then of course my phone charger / FM modulator for listening to the radio from my phone in my vehicle. Extra pair of goggles and some paracord just in case. And some gloves. Always handy to have some gloves. Light sticks. That's about it for the main compartment. These other compartments I have my wallet. And then this is my parts compartment here. As you can see on the lid there where the flap was, that was the original color. Got the battery pack, a good old Leatherman. This actually isn't a Leatherman, it's a multi-tool built by Gerber, and it's giving me some difficulty coming out of the bag here. Now this is an interesting tool I found on a gravel road in Clarkston, and after being run over many times it still works like a charm. It's go Gerber. I mean, I've never seen a multi-tool hold up to such disrepair and still function. Got a lock pit and a few other things there. Here's another multi-tool. This one is hex heads and Phillips flathead screwdrivers. Some of the more unique sizes. Some more lens cleaners, a little flashlight and a little lighter just in case. More lens cleaner. Lens cleaner for the Wiley X sunglasses, magnesium fire starter, and then a wet wipe. So that pretty much clears out that pocket there. And we'll close that up here a minute. In this pocket we have a beanie or a hat. When the weather gets cold, that has come in more times than you thought, where you're outside and it gets pretty cold, especially here in Montana. Now, this is a medical pocket, and we have our Buckshot lip balm, which is amazing lip balm. My wonderful wife bought me that as a gag gift, and it's the best stuff I've ever had. Then I have my basic medical supplies in here, medications, decongestants, stuff like that, some hand sanitizer, there's some bandages in there, some gauze, just your basic medical supplies that you need every day, and then some stuff like the cell locks that I'm trying to get to, which comes in really handy for more traumatic wounds and larger wounds. Now we have our keys. I have to keep those because they're always handy to have. And then another multi-tool there. In this little side pocket I have a binder clip, which is very handy from time to time. I think that's about it for this. Oh no, got some bullets in there. We've got our strip magazines in there. And that's about it for that. A permanent marker. And then I usually have a pin there, but it's missing. I'll have to replenish that. We have our speed loaders right there, and then we have our electronics pocket here. This has all my chargers and charging cables, a few thumb drives. I do IT work on the side, so that comes in handy from time to time. In this pocket, I got my Chiappa. Excellent revolver, very trustworthy, very reliable, and very accurate. I love that revolver. I have a tactical flashlight here just in case. This one is a Shearfire if I'm not mistaken, and I've used it for many, many years. Great flashlight. And now that our pedestal here is full, we're going to start loading up the Highland Tactical backpack. As you can see, it has lots of pockets. Very large pockets, very well built just by handling it. Put my revolver in there. Fits perfect. Go into the other compartments here. You can see you have a mesh pocket there and another pocket there that I believe is intended for a back or for a laptop, but you can use it for armor plating or other utilities. In the side compartment here, we're going to zip that up. And then in the second pocket, we'll start loading it up with my everyday stuff, such as my sunglasses, wallets, stuff like that. So I'm really impressed with this Highland Tactical bag. Put the beanie in there. It's a really, really thick material. It holds up very well. Honestly, it's so stiff that it's difficult to work with when you first open it, just because it's so used to being packed into that bag that it comes with. Throw the paracord in there. There's plenty of pockets. They're very, very deep. I first thought that it would be a bit of a challenge to get all this in here and then have enough room for more bug out type supplies, but just looking at what I'm able to put in right now, there's going to be more than enough room for everything I usually carry, plus more bug out supplies, plus likely a personal defense weapon in the main pocket. So the size is incredibly larger than my previous bag. The footprint isn't all that much larger. We'll throw this in here too. This will go in the side pocket. We'll do this as the electronics pocket, and that way we keep similar supplies together. Because I'm so used to using my old bag, it's a lot easier to remember if everything's grouped similarly. It's a lot easier to find stuff, and it's a lot faster to get out of the pockets as well. So we'll do the medical pocket on that side then, since the other side is the mechanical pocket or the tools pocket. And that'll actually work really well. Everything fits in there, and I have a ton of room on top of it. I could fit a pretty complete medical kit in there, actually, and I do have a lot more first aid supplies that I carry in a secondary medical kit, more for trauma and larger injuries and such. In this pocket, we got lockpick. We'll throw that in here. Looks like we have a few more things out there. Throw the multi-tool in there. That's more of a tool. Lighters, flashlights, and lens cleaners can go in there. You know, when you clean out like this, you realize you have a lot of some things and not enough of others, and I can tell I have a lot of lens cleaners. Zip that up, and same thing as a medical pocket. There's probably twice as much room in there as the previous bag, so that means that I'm not going to run out of room, and I'm going to be able to add more stuff, make it more of a bug out bag rather than an everyday carry bag. Throw the wallet in there. See, another thing to note is on the back there, the back straps and the back padding is very thick, much thicker than the old one. It's actually quite comfortable to carry. Let's take a look. There's nothing in the main large compartment yet, so I'm not sure. Like I said, I'll probably reserve that for a personal defense weapon. I think it would fit very well in there. Wrap it up in a thin blanket or such, or even a poncho for keeping the rain out, and you'll have everything you need in that main compartment. There's the old bag, and yeah, the new bag is barely half full. Now in this main compartment here with a revolver, I have to decide if I want to put some more stuff in there or not. Keys I need to put on there. That'll just easily slip through this little hook right here. Just like that. It's a bit stiff still. I'll have to break in this bag. Those are on and good to go. We'll go back to the old bag. We have these MOLLE clips. We'll pop those off. Always want your ear protection, especially when you're practicing. Now these can be a bit tricky to pull on and off. Give it a moment here. There we go. And we'll check the rest of the pockets here. We'll take our little multi-tool off. Now I'm gonna fast forward here as I take these things off and check all the pockets here. There's only one pocket left, and that's my electronics pocket here. Now, for my job, I'm an IT guy, so then I have a pocket dedicated to that craft, such as USB chargers, transfer cables, thumb drives, stuff like that. So we have the rest of the bag cleaned out. It's all on the pedestal there. So these little clips that I was taking off before, they can be a bit tricky, but they're extremely useful for adding things and modifying things to work with MOLLE webbing, or MOLLE, however you prefer to pronounce it. It's a military style webbing that I'm working on right now, and it's designed to easily attach and quickly detach gear as you need it in the field. So that way you can take vests or whatever and modify it for your particular situation or operation. I use them for my earmuffs, and I use my earmuffs of course when I'm target practicing. They work great. This I'll put on later. That's my flashlight, and it's made for MOLLE webbing as well. And then I have my speed loaders here. Now the morale patch for this bag is rather small. So, and since I want to keep my ammo together, I'll see if I can slip these speed mags in here. I don't know if there'll quite be enough room here, but I'll give it a try. Now, if you shoot much with revolvers, there's several different ways to load. When you pop the cylinder open, you can load your bullets one by one. You can use these strip clips, as I call them, or I think they're called speed clips, and you just put them in as pairs. You peel the rubber off the backing and you put them back in. And right there I have a speed loader, which is the fastest way, and you just pop that speed loader over the cylinder, depress a button, and all your bullets fall in. Since it won't fit on the patch or the morale patch, I'll just place it right in the pocket there with a revolver. That'll keep things from rubbing up against each other because, of course, the revolver is in a holster and then all the bullets are together. Interstate Tavern, great place. If you're ever out in Oregon, give that place a try. Wonderful burgers, wonderful pizza, and they have fresh crab right on the coast. So now we'll keep working on our pockets here and keep adding things. Throw this, clip this right on here. I like having this hex wrench on the zipper just because it's a convenient spot to recall and it's always visible, so oftentimes I forget what tools I have with me, and that hex size is particularly useful and common, so it's handy to have in a visible location that's easy to access. The way it attaches can be a bit difficult. It's one of those metal, you used to see them back in the 80s and 90s more, but you put the little ball chain through the little clasp there and you snap it and that holds it together. So we got pretty much everything in there. I just need to decide. I think I'll put my electronics in this mesh pocket here. It'll be easy to access, easy to remember, and yeah, nothing will fall out. So we'll put that in there and we are done. No, looks like I have the flashlight. Let's see, I think I'll throw it in this pocket for now, and if I decide to change it later, we can put it somewhere else. And now with everything inside this new bag, most of the pockets are only half full, and I have the whole main compartment as well. So we'll throw that clip in there. What I'll probably do is I'm working on a PDW, a personal defense weapon. This is usually an AR pistol, and that should fit nicely in that main compartment there. There's also a back pocket which is intended for a laptop, and I'll probably put some body armor in there if I decide. Here's the old bag. There's the new bag. The new bag is big enough to fit the old bag inside of it, But what I really like is the footprint and size is just a little bit larger, with it only being partially full like this. It compresses down real nice. And if I do decide to pack more in it, it'll be easy to do in the future, and there is a lot more room to take even extra set of clothes, more rain gear, whatever you deem necessary. I have a few gas masks at home I can fit in there for a bug out situation. Of course, the personal defense weapons and some ammunition as well. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. This bag can be purchased at hltactical.com, on Amazon and eBay, and I'll provide links in the description below. Have a wonderful day.